So when I was a kid, maybe about, I want to say 16, 17 or something like that, I really liked cups of tea, but I kept thinking to myself, Josh, you're not refined enough. You're not classy enough. You're not manly enough. And of course, any kid at that age, you need a role model. I didn't particularly have one. I didn't quite know where my place in the world was. I didn't know what I was doing. Everyone around the kind of 16, 17 years old, you're kind of finding your way in the world. You don't quite know what's going on. Unfortunately, that's why Andrew Tate's been able to take over so much. But a lot of kids, they want to know who they are. You almost try personalities on like you try clothes on. And I had this idea, unfortunately, like every teenage boy had, that I wanted to be refined. So I went down to my local co-op, because that's the, obviously, you know, the adult shop where we all go to. And I bought some Courvoisier. I think it's some kind of bourbon. Now, I didn't realise that you pronounce it Courvoisier, and I thought, oh yes, I would love that bottle of Courvoisier. Did they hit me and run away? So I walked in, I'm like, yes, please, I'll have a bottle of Courvoisier, not Courvoisier. Let's just shoot you twice in the head. Sickness. And I got home, and I thought that the cashier, for some reason, I thought the cashier would be really impressed that I was buying this. Like it was a random middle-aged woman, and I was like this 16-year-old boy, walking up going, yes, I'll have a bottle of that one, Courvoisier, please. And I really thought she would look at me and be like, you refined gent. You absolute legend. But no, she just sold me the bottle and then I walked off. I thought that would go, you know, be more impressive than it was. I realise now that I'm an adult that it was just a really pathetic thing to expect praise for, but that happened. Was I not age checked? I was a very old looking 16-year-old. And I got home and I made myself a cup of tea and I thought, I am going to make this cup of tea more refined. So I poured some of the Courvoisier into the cup of tea. Now, I didn't know at the time that alcohol almost immediately curdles milk. Didn't know. Learned very quickly. When I had a sip and I'm like, ooh, this is crunchy milk. It's crunchy and chunky. Milk's not meant to be any of those things. But I persisted, because I'd paid a lot of money for that bottle of Courvoisier, and I was refusing to admit that I'd made a mistake. So I kept drinking it, until I was halfway down the cup of tea, and I'm like, this is horrible. I want to be sick. This is awful. What have I done wrong? So I googled it. Turns out that one of the reasons Bailey's is so damn impressive is adding alcohol to cream and not having it curdle. Really difficult thing to do. You a good guy?
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits.
I checked him in a second. So yeah, I did not realise that that would happen, and that's a moment. I think I've still got the bottle of Courvoisier downstairs because I realised after it that I hated it. It's awful. Why not have tea without milk like normal people? You'd shut your whore mouth. How dare you say something like that coming onto the stream? Tea without milk? Anti-British. Illegal. Wrong. I'm going to call the milk police. And they're going to put you in milk jail. Is that what you want? Wow. God, that touched a nerve, that did. That hurt me deeply. I want to go on the